This is the Book Lego trial site. We've got it for a limited time, and it's giving us access to a range of ebooks and databases. And I just wanted to show you how to navigate the databases. This is on the left-hand side, the Gale ebook subscription, which is a collection of reference books. You can see them here. They're listed by various subject areas. So they're available for you to browse and to see what might be relevant for your subject areas. And also over to the right here, there's additional ebooks and also the Trocadero books, which may be of interest to history and geography. These are available to purchase as a suite of books, or we can also purchase them individually, which gives students, you'll have unlimited access once it's purchased. So it means multiple students can access these books through the platform, the link that I'll have access to once we if we decide to purchase any of them. We already do have a number of these books in print in the library collection, but if you're interested in access to the ebooks, please let me know which titles might be of interest to your department. I haven't looked at this particular database yet, so I can't tell anything about it, but let's just hop in and have a look at the databases through, these are through a company called Gale. So at the moment you're probably aware that we have the EBSCOhost databases. The reason I'm having a look at the Gale databases is that it appears to me that the content is perhaps written at a high school level, and I think that for some of our students this may be helpful, supportive for their different studies in different subject areas. We're not necessarily going to look at acquiring all the databases, but there may be some that you might find are going to be helpful. So we're able to, you can see as I've landed on this page, there's a list of databases here. You can certainly look at all of these. At the moment I've just explored the history and science databases, so I'll show you the science database quickly now, and then please feel free to explore the others and give me feedback on any that might be of interest to you. Okay, so let's click into this one. Okay, when you first land on the page, you'll see that there's some featured content. There's some video, and you can scroll down to look at different subject areas. Also at the top there's a search that you can use to search the whole science database. But what I suggest you do is actually go in and have a look at Browse Topics, and you'll probably find the same format in the other databases as well. We click on Browse Topics. Okay, so you'll see that there's a long list of topics, and for the Year 10 Science Research Project, which is just about, well, it has just started for a couple of classes, this could be really helpful for them in finding relevant information for their chosen topic. So you can take a browse through, and we'll pick one of the topics to have a closer look at. I know that each year there seems to be students who look at the topic of DNA fingerprinting or forensic science, so let's have a look at that one. Okay, so when you go into the topic, you can see actually my cursor's over a picture here, and it gives you a pop-out with some information about what that image is about. Then at the top of each article there'll be an overview. So there's a part of it that appears here, and then you can actually click on View More to get the full overview. Then on the right hand side we've got a summary of what appears in this article. So there's featured content, there's 3 results, reference 19 results, images 8 that students could use for their projects, there's audio, news, videos, there's academic journals, magazines and related topics. So I think that's actually quite helpful. As you can see, here they are in sort of these breakout boxes. I think the way that it's presented is actually quite helpful for students in terms of navigating them through the content rather than just a long list of mixed content. Okay, and you can also see here we've got a search box which searches within this article. At the very top of this page, there's the search box that actually searches the entire science database. But if students want to search within this particular article to find what they're looking for, they use this search box here on the right hand side. There's also related topics if they want to either broaden their search or go to related areas. Forensic science is there. Okay, and if we actually take a look at, say, let's have a look at reference. Okay, so it's sorted by relevance, and you can actually click on the arrow here and sort it into other categories if that's helpful. So by date, by content level, and by content level it's looking at the reading level. So here, as I hover over the coloured icon on the left hand side, you can see that the orange square box here indicates that it's for an intermediate reading level. The red one here is for an advanced reading level, and the green is for basic, and I guess this is applying to sort of a high school reading level for students. So this is actually helpful for students. You could point this out to them when they're searching these databases to use those icons to help them. Then also on this side here, you can see it tells you what kind of information it is. In this particular case with reference, they all look like they're topic overviews, but in a moment I'll show you in the magazines how that can be displayed. Also on the right hand side, you'll see that there's further subject areas that have been linked, and this might be helpful for students if they need to refine their searching. Okay, let's go back and we'll scroll down the page to have a look at, let's have a look at the magazines. So you can see actually the first, it's coming up now, the first one here listed is New Scientist, but it's from 1998. So I might be seeking more current information, so here we can sort by date. Okay, and there you can see we've got some information from magazines from 2015, 14, 13, 2011. And here, as I mentioned, on the right hand side, it tells me that's an article. This is a brief article. If I scroll down, yeah, brief articles. I might just sort it back into relevance. Okay, the articles, there's a cover story, there's editorial. So depending on what students are looking for, that will help guide them in selecting their material as well. Okay, they might just want to look at what's been in New Scientist, so they could click on that link there to go to specific publications, and there's document types, so they could maybe look at articles or cover stories that might be of interest. Okay, so that gives you a start, and I'd really appreciate it if you think this is going to be of help to students. Please let me know so that I can get an idea of the value of the databases for your classes. And as I mentioned, we've looked at science in context here, but there's all these other databases that can be explored as well. The student resources in context is more of a general